you are wanting, in step 1, to minimize your cost. You got to label your variables again, which are pretty well done for you. But X will equal the number of brand X pills so Y equals the number of brand Y vitamins. So this time you're not wanting to maximize profit, you're wanting to minimize cost. C equals, what are these things going to cost you? How much for a brand X? 6 cents. So 6X, how much for a brand Y? That is your objective. Minimize that cost. Step 2 is to write your constraints again, and you're pretty much just going to make equations out of this table. How many, so talking about vitamin A, how many milligrams do you get from an X? So 2X plus, how many milligrams from a Y? 2X plus Y, and then we're talking about vitamin A. How many vitamin A's did it say up there that we needed? 4. So these will be greater than or equal to 4. When you die, you have 5 milligrams of vitamin A today. No. But you might not be as healthy if you don't have the 4. But you can have you can have more than that. So these are greater than, not less than. So for vitamin B, how many do we get from an X? So 3X plus 4Y is greater than or equal to, how many are we supposed to have? 11. So we want to have 11 or more. And then vitamin C, we get 25 from an X, 50 from a Y, and we have to have 100 or more. What are we forgetting? Right. You can't lose your vitamin pill normally. So X will be greater than or equal to 0, and Y will be greater than or equal to 0. So in solving these for Y, which we'll need to do, solve that top one for Y, what would we do? Subtract the 2X, so we could change that one to Y is greater than or equal to negative 2X plus 4. For the red one, 4Y greater than or equal to negative 3X plus 11. And divided by 4. Y is greater than or equal to negative 3/4 X plus 11/4. And then solving the last one. Divide by 50. Questions on any of those yet? So then we're going to graph it doesn't appear you'll have to change your window to anything special. I would go back to negative 10 and 10 on the window. So the minimum will be negative 10, maximum 10, minimum negative 10, maximum 10. Then hit your y equals. Actually, go back to your window, keep your x min and your y min at 0. So it just has that, it just has this first quadrant. So make your minimum 0. You'll have to change your inequalities to greater thans. They were less thans on the last problem. So greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. Remember to put both your fractions in parentheses on that second one. So almost all your screen shaded, and then change it to just shade the intersection like last time. Once you change it to the inequality intersection, still the majority of your screen will be covered. Just that bottom left corner will be blank. So there is no maximum amount here. So remember last time when we had in the bookwork, we had the unbounded ones? That's the way these are. I mean, you can take an unlimited amount of vitamins. You could take 49 of each pill. That would be somewhere up here in this screen. But you don't need that many. These are the amounts you need down here. We just want to minimize. We want to take the least amount of pills, save the most money, and still get our vitamins. So that's why your screen looks that way. You just need to find out some points from each line, graph them, shade it, and find that answer. So for Y1, if we hit our second graph key, there's a lot of easy points for Y1. You can graph 0, 4, 0, 4, 2, 2, 0 for that one. So that one is Y1. So for Y2, you could graph 1, 2. It looks like about your best bet would be 3 over 3 and up a half. And then for Y3, 4, 0. 0.02. And then you just shade where your calculator has shaded, and that's everywhere out here. Remember though, I didn't darken these in, but these are boundary lines also, your X and your Y axis. So it can't go below that or to the left of that. So then you've got to find your vertex points from that dark area. Might be easier if you darken in along those lines so you can see exactly where those vertex points are. Where are the ones right on the edge? So we have one right here. We have one right here. One right there. And one where it crosses the y-axis. So you should have 4 intersection points. Going back to your graph, if you hit your alpha zoom key, you'll be able to find those points of intersection like we did last time. So what's one of those points where it crosses? 0 what? This point right here? 0 what? 0, 4. Was that what you were saying the whole time? 0, 4. What's another one? What would this one be? This one here. 1, 2. So that would mean you take 1 of brand X and 2 of brand Y. How about this point right here? Next one over. Anybody? 3 and then up a half, right? So what's that mean you got to do? If that were the one. Cut your bill in half. You're taking 3 of the brand X and you've got to cut the brand Y in half. And then the last point, this one here. 4, 0. Then you got to plug all 4 of those in to your objective. 6x plus 8y. So plugging in the first one, what's that one going to cost you? $0.32 if you take 0 of one and 4 of the other. What's the second choice going to cost you? Anybody got that? 22 cents. If you take 3 of brand X and half of a brand Y, what's that one going to be? 22 also. And then if you take 4 brand X, what's that one? 24 cents. So what does this mean? You have what? You have 2 options. Which one's probably the one you want to go with? Huh?